in this lesson, we will focus on solving linear inequalities. We will solve the linear inequalities and then rangwala our answers on a number line and then on an interval notation. Actually, solving linear inequalities is not only solving the equation, but the only difference for linear inequalities, reshumisha these signs, reshumisha less than, greater than, less or equal, greater or equal. And then for solving equations, reshumisha the equal sign. So that's the only difference. The way you solve equations, it will not apply like you solve the linear inequalities. But the difference is reshumisha these signs, linear inequalities. And then finally, two important things solving linear inequalities. Every time we multiply or divide a negative number, we reverse the sign. We this inequality sign. This one. And then this one, this one. This one, and then this one. This is if we multiply or we divide a negative number, we reverse the inequality sign. So let's get started anyway. Assume this example, 2x plus 3 is greater than 7. The first step a variable resolve e be equal side in L1 o ka kgona bona gore na le 2x plus 3, so re nyaka gore 2x e be equal side in L1. This means re tlo ba le 2x greater than, re tlo tšea 3 ra isha to the other side ya change a sign and then ya ba negative 3, and then from here ra ba le 2x is greater than 7 minus 3 is 4, and then now re nyaka x, re tlo divide both sides ka coefficient ya x, then x is greater than 4 divided by 2 is 2. So this is our solution. And then now re tlo ngwala our answer on a number line. Re ngwala answer on a number line, re tseba gore on the right hand side re na le the positive numbers and then on the left hand side re na le the negative numbers. So e rela gore re na le 0, -1, -2 until negative infinity, and then on this side ra ba le until the positive infinity. And then from here re tlo lebelela solution ya rena gore ke bokae. Our solution ya x is greater than 2, so this is 2. Re tlo bea the open circle here. Always re shumisha less than or greater than, re shumisha the open circle, but re shumisha less or equal, greater or equal, re shumisha a closed circle. So re tlo shumisha the open circle, and then because this is greater than, so greater than, always arrow ya gona ya on the right, because on the right ke di positive, and then ra tseba re ya on the positive era gore re ya increase, era gore it's greater. But if re shumisha less than, era gore our arrow yo ya on the left hand side, because on the left hand side ke di negative, so era gore re ya decrease. Then era gore our answer it over in this way on a number line. So re shumisha the open circle and then our arrow here on the right hand side. And then ge re ngwala our answer on an interval notation, ge re shumisha this sign, re shumisha this bracket, and then ge re shumisha this sign, re shumisha this bracket. So re tlo lebelela solution ya rena. Our solution is 2, and then arrow ya rena ya to positive infinity, so re tlo ba le 2 positive infinity. So these two ke solution ya rena, and then this infinity e re bontša gore our area to positive infinity. This means x is greater than 2 ge ya to positive infinity. Actually this statement se rela gore ge le gore re na le 2x plus 3 is greater than 7. If x is greater than 2, e rela gore ge re ka tšea any number that is greater than 2, let's say for example re tšea 3, 2 times 3 is 6 plus 3 is 9, so 9 is greater than 7. So this statement is true. E rela gore ge o ka tšea any number e le gore it's greater than 2, so that number it can be 3, 4, 5 towards positive infinity. So this statement is over true. We don't include 2. So e ra gore go ka tšea 2 wa enokela here, o tlo ba le 2 times 2 is 4, and then 4 plus 3 is 7. So 7 is not greater than 7. 7 is equals to 7. E ra gore this statement is tlo ba false. So gore this statement is be true, e ra gore your x must be greater than 2. So any number greater than 2, this statement it will be true. So e rela gore this bracket re bitša gore ke excluded. E ra gore we don't include this number because re nyaka a number that is greater than 2 but not 2. So this bracket re bitša gore ke the excluded. And then this is our answer anyway. And then morally 3x plus 2 is less than 5. Re tlo dira the same thing. Re tseba gore the first step re nyaka gore le side la a variable le be ka le side le le 1. So re tlo tšea 2 ratio to the other side ya change a sign ya ba negative. And then from here re na le 3x is less than 5 minus 2 is 3. And then from here re tlo divide both sides ka coefficient ya x. So 3 and 3 are cancel, and then x is less than 1. 3 divided by 3 is 1. So this is our solution. And then our answer on a number line, globally something like this one. Our solution here x is less than 1. So we'll focus on 1. And then because this inequality is less is to the left. Less here on the negative infinity. And then from here, we'll our answer on an interval notation. Our answer on an interval notation, let's the bracket. And because of this inequality, this bracket. So our solution is 1, and then our arrow is pointing on the negative infinity. So globally negative infinity, and then rabale 1 here. Always a number is on the right, on this interval notation it looks like right, and then our infinity is on the left, so even here is on the left. Always they must match. This one is on the left, and then this one is on the right, so they are match here. So this is our answer. Actually this means only 3x plus 2 is less than 5. Any number is less than 1. Let's say 0, because 0 is less than 1. Three times 0 is 0, so really 2 is less than 5. This statement is true. 2 is less than 5. Actually any number that is less than 1, so 0, negative 1, negative 2 until negative infinity. So this statement is over true. We don't include 1 any number that is less than 1. So that is why shumisha this bracket excluded. So any number less than 1 to negative infinity, this statement it will be true. So this is our answer anyway. And then morally x minus 1 is greater or equals to 2. Re tlo dira the same thing. Re tseba re nyaka gore a variable le be ka side in L1. This means that re tlo this negative 1 ratio to the other side, ya change a sign. And then from here, x is greater or equals to 2 plus 1 is 3. And then this is our solution. And then now we're our answer on a number line. Our solution area x is greater or equals to 3. Because of this inequality, re shumisha a closed circle. And then because it's greater, our arrow it will pointer to the right on the positive infinity. So this is our answer on a number line. Now we're going our answer on an interval notation. Having our answer on an interval notation, this bracket. Remember re dila le greater or equal, less or equal, re this bracket. So our solution is 3 towards positive infinity. This means globally this bracket and then rabale 3 and then rabale the infinity. Always the infinity bracket is this one. Always either udilali these inequalities. So for infinity always reshumisha this bracket. And then a number is on the left and then the infinity is on the right. So even on the interval they are match. So this is our answer on an interval notation. Actually this means if finally x minus 1 greater or equals to 2, substitute x is greater or equal. This means 3 because it greater or equal. 3 minus 1 is greater or equals to 2. 3 minus 1 is 2. So this statement is true because this is greater or equal. So 2 elegantly 2. So this statement is true. Even if we get any number that is greater than 3, we get 4. So this statement is true. Now we include this number. So this bracket the included this number. But for the previous one, solution x is greater than 2. We don't include 2, but a number is greater than 2. But for this one, include this number. The solution is true because this is greater or equal. So this bracket the included bracket. And then morally 2x plus 1 is less or equals to 3. I told you the same thing. That's what the first step a variable equal side in L1. This means that we 1 ratio to the other side and then you change a sign. And then from here 2x is less or equals to 2 because 3 minus 1 is 2. And then from here I will divide both sides coefficient x. And then x is less or equals to 1 because 2 divided by 2 is 1. And then this is our solution. And then now we're going to our answer on a number line. So our solution here, x is less or equals to 1. Re tlo shumisha this closed circle because of this inequality, and then because it's less, it are here to the left, here on the negative infinity. So this is our answer on a number line. And then now re tlo ngola our answer on an interval notation. Our solution ke 1 and then 2 negative infinity. This means re tlo ba le negative infinity here, because for infinity always re shumisha this bracket, a re shumishe this bracket for the infinity. And then now re tlo beya this bracket here. So for a number re shumisha this bracket or this bracket, re laola ke the inequality sign. So now because our inequality sign is this one, re ra re shumisha this bracket. So this is our answer. O ka kgona bona gore our solution is on the right and then our infinity is on the left. So even on the interval notation re dira the same thing, they must match. So ska dira phoso wa tšea this negative infinity wa isha on the other side, wa tšea 1 wa tlisha to the other side, your answer will be wrong. So that's it for this problem. And then morally, minus 3x plus 5 is greater or equals to negative 1. Re tlo tšea 5 ra isha to the other side, and then ya change a sign, ra ba le minus 1 minus 5, and then minus 1 minus 5 is minus 6. And then from here re nyaka x. This means re tlo divide both sides ka the coefficient ya x, re tlo divide ka negative. But now ka kgona bona gore re divide ka a negative number, and then ke rile ge re divide ka a negative number or re multiply ka a negative number, re tlo reverse the sign. This means re tlo ba le less or equal, and then negative 6 divided by negative 3 is 2. So this is our solution. And then our answer on a number line because x is less or equals to 2, so re tlo shumisha a closed circle because it's less, ra here to the left. And then our answer on an interval notation, it will be in this way, negative infinity, and then here you have a 2. So this is our solution. The key thing kore ge re divide ka a negative number or re multiply ka a negative number, we reverse the inequality sign. If it was greater or equal, it will be less or equal, like this one. And then what about this one? Re tlo ba le minus 3x is less or equal, re tlo tšea 5 ra isha to the other side, ya change a sign, and then you have a minus 5, and then from here minus 3x is less or equals to negative 9. Minus 4 and minus 5, it's negative 9. And then now solve for x, re tlo divide both sides ka coefficient ya x, and then o ka kgona bona gore divide ka a negative number. This means re tlo revise our inequality sign. Negative 3 and negative 3, they cancel, therefore x greater or equal. Now we reverse this sign because we divided like a negative 3. So negative 9 divided by negative 3 is positive 3. And then this is our solution. Now re ngwala our answer on a number line re tlo ba le So our answer is greater or equal to 3. So it already roshumsha a closed circle, and then because it's greater it already to the right. So this is our answer on a number line, and then our answer on an interval notation it already over. So this is our answer. Our solution is on the left and then our infinity is on the right, so they match. And that's why always for infinity shumisha this bracket, and then this is our answer on an interval notation. And then go level this one arnali the variables on different sides. Arnali 7x on the left hand side and then rabali 3x on the right hand side. So here this situation ratlo groupa the variables together and then groupa the number together. This means ratlo bali 7x minus 3x. Ratlo ja 3x right to the other side. How rata we can 7x or share to the other side, and then what like 11 or share to this side. So it's all up to you. And then now get to negative 5 share to the other side. Yeah, change a side. So now we got one x and x did together, a number and a number did together. 7x minus 3x is 4x. And then 11 plus 5 is 16. And then from here, we divide both sides the coefficient of x, which is 4. 4 and 4 cancel, and then 16 divided by 4 is 4, and then this is our solution. So our answer on a number line globally. And then because Rashumisha this inequality sign Rashumisha the open circle, so open circle, and then because it's greater area to the right. So this is our answer on a number line, and then our answer on an interval notation it over in this way. Rashumisha this bracket because this inequality. So this is our answer. And then what about this one? So Rototuma break out a bracket. So Rotot 3 times x, alpha 3x, and then 3 times negative 2, alpha negative 6, plus 5. And then raya to the other side, right there are the same thing, break out a bracket. 2 times 3x is 6x, and then 2 times 1 is 2, and then plus 1 outside. And then from here, we're going to group the like terms. 3x minus 6 plus 5 is minus 1, and then 2 plus 1 is 3. And then from here, we're going to group x and x together, and then group a number and a number together. So we're going to just 6x we share to the other side, or we just this one we share to the other side. So it's all up to you. So get 6x get share to this side. Get globally 3x minus 6x is greater than 3, and then gaja negative 1 gaisha to the other side. Yaba positive. And then 3 minus 6 globally minus 3x. And then 3 plus 1 is 4. And then from here, get to divide both sides negative 3. This means x is less than, because divide a negative number, ke tlo ba le negative 4 over 3, and then this is our solution. And then now re tlo ngola our answer on a number line. Negative 4 over 3 in a decimal form e no lekana le negative 1.3. So can you press on your calculator, and then from here so negative 1.3 e ra re yo ba somewhere here because it's negative 1.3 e ra gore negative 1.3 e feta negative 1 e ra gore e tlo ba somewhere here. O ka no ngwala negative 4 over 3 here, or wa ngwala negative 1 over 3, and then because x is less than, e ra gore re tlo shumisha the open circle, and then ya ba in this way. So this is our answer on a number line, and then our answer on an interval notation it will be in this way. Remember, more le negative infinity, and then ka mo right the positive infinity. This means that globally negative infinity here, and then because this inequality, this bracket. So this is our answer on an interval notation.